all three of us in a digital room together. Jesus. Whose idea was this?
Yeah, you fucking moron.
I don't know who the fuck did. Yeah, some fucker was just like, "Hey,
Phil. It was Phil. Phil came to me and was
What?
like, hey, this sounds like a good idea for the next episode. I said, hey, man, sounds a little bit controversial. Might be a little bit edgy. Maybe we shouldn't go for it. Maybe we shouldn't bring Chase on here.
Chase, have you listened to any of our previous 2 episodes?
not yet." I was not aware of the existence of this until Adam was like, "Hey, what you doing Friday?" So
Chase, you didn't see it on my private story. I only posted like once.
I might, I might have seen it. I might have
I
been.
only posted it once
That's a no.
for the first episode, but I'll take that as a no.
I have not.
I recently got to level 115 by hacking in GTA Online on the PC.
Oh yeah, what do you want, a cookie? You want a cookie, mate?
Yeah.
Wants to get his dick sucked, but not us. I'll find you a good one, Adam. Don't worry.
Okay.
Chase, how you been, man?
I've been behind the bar and stuff. And
Behind the
at work.
bar.
Behind the bar.
Behind
Oh, behind
bars or
bars?
behind the bar?
Behind the bar. The singular. The table slash force field.
Top golf. At Top
The
Golf.
bar. Yes, at Top Golf.
That's magnificent. That's great. How's that
So you're a
going?
bartender.
I'm bartender soon. Is how they do it apparently.
Oh,
So
so
I-
you're a bar back, so you're bussing the bar.
I'm the assist. Yes, pretty much, and I'm cutting fruit and shit. Did we already begin? Is this has already started?
Don't
Or are we
worry
already?
about
Hell yeah, bro.
Don't worry
Hell
about it.
yeah. But we're locked and cocked right now. Gotta rock out with my cock out. I
Oh,
think there's no video.
full shirt cocking it.
Uh-huh.
That's the plan,
Well-
really.
Rock out with our cocks out.
This is a digital reunion of three idiots who came together by fate and by chance one summer during 2019. And today we're going to reflect on how far we've come, the trials and tribulations experienced by all three of us in the times past, and pretty much just catch up. As you can see, we've started here with Chase. We're interrogating him thoroughly.
How are we doing, gypsies?
How are we doing?
I think we're doing. Who's Chase is doing? Chase is doing all right.
Chase is doing all right.
Chase,
Chase,
that's good to hear, Chase.
Chase, dude.
How are the
yeah.
other? How are the other two amigos?
Phil, how's it going with you, man? How's Arkansas? How's Texas? How's Arkansas and Texas?
There's pros and cons, you know.
I would say so.
I'm hanging in there. Adam?
Just doing the day to day, you know. I'm doing pretty much the same here.
How about we
just finished school.
Alright, keep going.
Just finished school, you know. My last day was yesterday. Took my last final today. I finished with a B, and a C. And
How would you define the last day of school? Because it's not your last day, is it?
technically the grades for AAA, my last one, like the last class that gets graded, grades for that don't get put in until August 10th. But I'm projecting like a 76, 77, somewhere around there. Didn't do
It's a
really,
pass.
didn't do too well. Didn't do too well in that class, but
Well, considering your freshman year grades, I think that's a plus.
and I know exactly why it wasn't as good as my other grades, and that's mostly because I just like stopped focusing on that class because I thought it wasn't as important. And
Yeah, because that's like
That was a mistake.
explain AAA.
AAA is a class that basically you had to meet certain requirements to not have to take it, and I didn't meet those requirements because my GPA was like a .07. So
And that GPA is from freshman year of Arkansas.
yeah, and the year after that. Chase, did you know that?
Mine was not. It was probably. It might have been a little bit better than that, but it was not that much out of that field. Because we just both decided that sleep was more important than school. After a short while, we were like, the bed is the place.
That is the place, yes sir. Man. That's the fucking mantra. Hell yeah.
I would go to Chick-fil-A instead because it was near the fucking where I had school there. And I would just be like, if my mom was like, "How's class?" I would be like, "It was great." Three-piece nuggets and some fries. It was awesome.
Because your mom was basically your alarm. Because she was.
It's my fucking alarm too, man. Shit.
Yeah, it was Adam's alarm too. Because I would wake up for my 8 a.m.s and I'd hear you talking to your mom on the phone. Because your mom was yelling at you
You would
because you
hear
haven't
that
left the
too.
dorm yet.
Bro, that's the shit that would make me up.
Oh my
How
god,
did you
that
hear
was
that?
fun.
I was up for class. You fucking stupid fuck.
He would
No
be
way,
coming
bro.
back. He would be coming back from his first, and we would be like, the third one's not that. The third one, that's another day. We're not worried about that. We're
Bro.
Yeah, because I would go to and from the dorm going to class. And I'd hear Chase and his mom bitching at each other because his mom would track his location. Every time she knew there was a class he had to go to, she would call him because he was still at the dorm.
Jesus Christ.
And then she would leave him alone when he was on campus. And
yeah.
then I would go to class. I'd go to Chick-fil-A. I'd see Chase's stupid fucking ass at Chick-fil-A when he had a
I'd be
class
sitting
to
in the
go
little
to.
turf area, the little cool turf area with the chairs.
Bro, that Chick-fil-A was toxic, bro. That was a toxic Chick-fil-A. That should not have been there.
Yeah, and Adam, you're fucking stupid too.
Nah, bro.
Because I would no.
Nah, shut
Shut up. You're stupid as fuck too. Because
Bitch.
I would come back from my 8 a.m. go get chicken minis.
Fuck
You
you.
would text me. You would wake up.
I'm
You
gonna
would
beat
text
your
me and be
ass.
like, yo. You'd be like, yo, I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A, get some chicken minis. I'm down to get breakfast. You would skip your fucking 8 a.m. Go get Chick-fil-A with me. Have a 9:30 class. Then not go to your 9:30 class and go right back to bed. I'd be like, bro, you got all the way out of bed just to get Chick-fil-A and you didn't even go to any of your other classes?
Where's your proof?
Shut up.
No, and then I remember we tried an alarm for a little while.
I'm
or
not
like,
denying it, but you don't have proof.
we
Shut
tried
up.
for a little while, like where you would go, Chase, listen to me. When you get up, you wake me up, and I'd be like, okay. And I would shake your entire bed frame, and I would hit that bitch with a sledgehammer. And you would say,
Yeah.
"What the fuck are you doing?" And I'd go, "I'm the alarm." Remember, you go, "Stop right now. I'm going back to sleep." I'd go, "If you say so," and then I would leave.
Oh,
Hey, you know
because
what's
I was just
funny?
about to say I forgot about that. You know,
It
until
was
you
funny.
brought that up.
A couple weeks later, after Adam told you to be an alarm, you told me to be both of y'all's alarm because I had fucking 8 a.m.s. Y'all told me, hey, when you wake up, wake me and Adam up. I go in and scream at both of y'all. Wake up. None of y'all would budge until Chase's mom called him. He was sitting in bed.
I don't
I'd be
remember
like,
that.
fuck this. I'm going to class. Adam told me, oh, when you wake up, just turn the speaker on. I was like, bro, you're not gonna get out of bed.
I passed speech that first semester somehow without going to any. I would only go to the speeches and I would wing every single one.
Bro, I'd kill to be in your public speaking class. That shit would be funny as
Oh,
hell.
that's pretty much what I did this public speaking. Yeah.
It was awesome. If you could just bullshit, they're like, oh, like you look way more confident than the fuckers who came with like scribbled notes. You're just like, it's all in here, buddy. And then you just.
Yeah, I did that.
I
This
had a
summer
hard ass as my
semester.
public speaking coach. Not my coach, my teacher. Public speaking professor Skidmore, he was a fucking hard ass for no reason. Fuck that
Professor
guy.
Skidmark.
Yeah, Skidmark. Piece of shit.
Yeah, no, I finished public speaking this semester with a 89, and I did pretty much the same thing. Just wrote every speech the night before. Didn't even spend like an hour on it. Just kind of like
I,
wrote down the main
I,
things I wanted to talk about.
exactly.
I remember in my public speaking class, I got 20 points taken off my speech because I was like 30 seconds over the time limit. I was fucking pissed. I remember telling Adam about that. I was like, bro,
Yeah,
I got 20 points off my speech. And I went up the next day and I was like, yo, I got 80 on this speech. Everything was damn near perfect. What did I do wrong? And he was like, oh, you were 30 minutes past the time limit. So you took 20 points off. And he goes, well, that's how it goes sometimes. I'm like, bro, it doesn't even say that on the rubric. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's life. He's like, that's life, man. I don't know. Hey, what the fuck? You knew too much about it. Sorry, man. You knew
Yeah.
more. You knew more than me.
The fuck you.
I can only do this amount of time. You did more. Fuck you. 20 points. Sorry.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Skidmore.
Shit pissed me off.
Skidmore followed me home one day. I'm exaggerating. He just like walked with me after class, and I thought it was weird.
Hold hands.
Yeah, that's what I thought he wanted to do. I was like, because he like ran up to me, like ran up and like
Give you a hug.
stopped right at my side, and I was like, "What are you doing, old man?"
What are you doing, old man? Oh man, freshman year.
Arkansas was fun.
Remember when I
Shut
would,
up, dude. Shut up.
It was a great
and then
time.
Go
I would
fuck
get
yourself.
so out of it, and then y'all would be like, "Here's some people I don't want to talk to anymore," and I would just make them. I would give them the worst phone call they could ever have in there, and just nonsense.
Chase, have
That
you
was
gotten
funny as fuck.
Chase? Have you gotten any better at eating Mexican food?
I think so. I had some quesadillas earlier. I think I didn't really get them in.
One of my prime memories of Arkansas is going to what is it, Pueblo? No, Mexico Viejo with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of the biggest mistakes we could make next to committing a fucking felony was ordering the queso, the chips and queso, and by the time you were done with it, the entire table was just covered in tiny
Everything's-
little drips of queso and just spattered with crumbs. And throughout the process, we tried to stop you and
Nope.
control you.
Couldn't happen.
And contain the beast. And
I was getting
for some
queso.
reason you were conscious of what you were doing. You knew exactly what was going on, but you just didn't care. It's that kind of peaceful, that calm-minded nature that I'm aspiring to attain for myself personally.
Where I could just look at you and be like, I know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
But
It's that look. It's that look that you would give us when we would tell you, Chase, you're making a mess, and he would look at us and he would continue doing what he was doing. And that's what I'm trying to attain right now, that happiness and that peace.
I remember one time once we was like halfway through the first semester, once we had a futon in our living space.
oh my god, the food.
Chase
I think it's upstairs at my house right now.
You still have that?
would
thing?
eat. Oh
Still,
my god, that shit is so nasty.
You
It's
brought
been
that
washed
home?
several times. Don't worry. It's
Oh
been.
my gosh.
I think we power washed that motherfucker. That thing was
I like how we called it the fuckton and no one got any pussy on that fucking futon.
Yeah. No way.
you couldn't even on that thing. That thing was, or at least I couldn't. Phil would sleep like he was dead.
I would sleep on the futon,
Oh.
bro. I planked on that shit.
Phil would just be asleep for the activities and just the
I don't
The
know how y'all ever slept on that fucking futon after Colin sat on that fucking thing, bro.
oh my god, his asshole leaked.
Y'all's heads were literally sitting where his ass was, and now I'm
Oh,
just like,
but
nah,
I
no
would put,
way.
I would put I think I'd bring my pillow over and I would put that on top, just because I knew I did not want to be face to ass.
I put my beanie on that shit.
Oh man.
Oh, but that futon, Chase would eat these fucking crazy ass foods on this futon.
And I had my corner that was full of shit.
Fuck your corner. You had the whole futon filled
Don't talk
with
about your
food.
corner. Your
Fuck your
fucking
corner.
corner. Oh my
Fuck
god.
your corner. You had the whole futon filled with food. I kept telling you to clean that shit.
Called it
And
your
one day,
corner like it's an area that you're managing, that you're
No,
yeah,
keeping under
one
control.
day, one day I wake up, I'm fucking tired of looking at that stupid fucking futon. It was so gross. Your keys were sitting on like next to the sink, the countertop. Took your keys, I hid them underneath all the food. I put a sticky note on the top of the chair. I threw a desk chair on top, all of it. I hid my keys or your keys into the futon. I put a sticky note on the chair and it said, "Fuck you, Chase. Find your keys." And then I
I
left and went
remember,
to my 8 a.m.
I can remember this. Now, now that I've like had a job and like have to pick up shit, like that's not a problem. I pick up after myself, at least trash wise. Now it's more just like I need to get a good laundry schedule down where I can not have clothes all over my floor. But trash, I have a pretty good handle on. At least,
I'll believe it when I see it.
I
but
don't believe you.
it's more just I don't do laundry enough where I have too many clothes on the floor of my room. But trash, I've gotten a better handle, I think.
I sure fucking hope so.
Oh geez, and then the other gross thing I can remember is that we would just all shave into that sink.
Who's we? I ain't shaved shit.
Then the other three of us would shave into the sink
Shave.
Fucking
on
What do you
gross.
mean
on,
shave into the sink? Like,
and then it would be covered in like just like stubble, like just cut like because when Phil cleaned it once, I don't know that. Bless your heart, Phil. The one day that we came back and you were like, I cleaned the sink, and we were
Yeah,
like,
and it wasn't even filled with my hair, you fucking nasty
my
bitches.
God. And
ew.
then, oh,
I had to clean the sink because for one, it was clogged. For two, it was fucking nasty. And for three, the night before, Colin had all of his half shotgun lights laying in there, and I had to fucking clean that shit too.
he was the messiest shotgunner I've ever seen in my life. For how much he bragged about it,
I don't think he ever shotgunned a full beer. Half the
he would.
beer ended up on the floor.
He was like this. He taught me how, and I would do it, and then I'd look at him and I'd be like, oh, I don't spill. I don't know what the fuck. You say you're so good at this,
Yeah,
like
on God, he would spill most of that shit. It would just go like on himself or on the floor on the dude next to him, you know?
Remember the first football game when it was like
Oh God.
it was like
I'll.
chill. It was like
I
it was
reference
like
from that day when I like have to like show the three of y'all at once when I'm like, here are my roommates from Arkansas. It's just
dude, remember we were in our dorm. First of all, I had fucking woken up to three people in my dorm or in
how
my room. I was asleep.
Oh, did that shit make you mad too? Cause that shit made me mad as fuck when I woke up that day. I was
oh,
mad as hell. I was fucking fired up.
right.
I woke up to three people, not in the dorm, in my room. In my room, I was asleep. Woke up to three people. It was Colin. No, fucking.
Was it the girl? The
Yeah,
one what's her fucking name? I don't even.
yeah, Ashley. She was
Yeah,
in there. It was
yes.
Colin, Ashley, Freddie, and Brady.
It
That's
was
four people. There were four people in my dorm. Woke up. Brady was like, "Yo, you want a beer?" And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So everybody get the fuck out of here. I was half naked like I always was. Didn't matter. Got out of bed, brushed my teeth, in my room. Colin had fucking broken one of my dry racks that I had, but I wasn't using it as a dry rack. I was using it for something else. He broke something. Then Colin tries to teach Ashley how to shotgun. Colin's shotgun spills shit all over the floor. Ashley's shotguns more out of her beer than Colin did. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
I remember
And then we
that.
end up going to the game. Colin kisses Chase's friend on the hand. And I'm
Oh,
just like, all right, bro, this is
Oh,
fucking
no.
trash.
Eva was not liking Colin at all. I was like,
To be fair,
I remember standing between them just as like a favor. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit up here with you. She's like, I appreciate it.
to be fair though, Colin was really, 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 really fucking drunk. Not to say that it's okay, but still,
Yeah.
he wasn't kissing anybody sober. Thank God.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that day was fucking weird.
I remember just being behind Colin and Evo whenever that happened. Cause I was standing right next to you, Chase, right?
I think so.
And we were standing behind him when that
And
shit went down, right? Or were we standing to like? I think we might have been standing to the side of them. I don't know, but like, I just
That
remember
day was
seeing
weird.
that. I just remember seeing that and looking at Chase, and then Chase looked at me, and then he just kind of like sprung into action.
I was like, here we go. I was like, all right, buddy. Remember when I came home from playing basketball and he thought he could out wrestle me, and then I'd like stuffed his takedown really easily, and
Yeah,
then
I was. We were. Phil, were you there? Like right before Chase
he
walked
was
in.
talking so much shit.
Yeah.
I was playing basketball, and in between games, I'd go to my phone and I'd go, I could beat you. I could beat your ass with one, like just toes. Like if my arm was broken in 3 places, I could still fucking knock you on your ass. Just like And he opens the door and he goes, "Hey Chase," and he tries to take me down, and he goes, "Whoa, you're way stronger than I thought." And I was like, I played like I don't know. I don't know how he thought it was gonna go, but it wasn't like I think I have that video, or one of y'all sent it to me recently, and I was like, oh my god. But
Yeah. He was just telling us how he was gonna ambush you whenever you walked in the door.
He walked in, he fucking tried to tackle you.
so confident. And did he wrestle or something in high school? Probably.
I feel
Gives a
bad for
fuck,
I feel
dude, I don't
bad for
even know.
whoever he had to wrestle. Oh my god.
So, wait, no, he was in shape before college. I remember seeing an old post and being like, "Holy shit! What happened?" The frat life really just like took a decline on this man's life.
It's a thing. It's that Kappa Sig life. That Kappa
It took his neck.
really be doing it.
Should have rushed Uzma Kappa, bro.
What was the
Kappa pride?
What was the big guy who was a Kappa Sig? It was cool on our dorm, who just loved seeing our crazy shit that we would do every night.
It was like Van or something.
The big fuck.
A big ass dude. It was like
And he talked. He had the most.
Van, bro, I'm fucking crying. Okay, just.
Oh, there's. His name was like Dan. Dan, right?
Was it Dan?
I don't know. I think
Dan.
it might have been Van though. It might have been some.
It was something like
stupid
that.
Shit.
It was either
like some
it was either
obscure
Dan or
noun.
Van. It was Dan or Van. I swear to God, it was Dan or Van.
It had to.
All my life, it could have been Van.
Some fucking parked car.
Huge dude. He'd be like,
not minivan.
I like y'all shit. I like what y'all are doing. We're just. I'm gonna come anytime y'all want to come over. I got y'all.
I'm pretty sure isn't that like what he said, almost like word for word.
He was like,
like I like y'all shit.
I like what y'all are doing.
Y'all are fucking obnoxious, but y'all are funny as fuck. That's what he said.
Because they would open the door. Him and the other guy, his roommate, would like always have the door open, and we would be running down the hallways doing our. When we played, really loud, ding dong ditching with
Cameron.
who?
Cameron, our fucking RA.
Yes. Oh, yes. She was patient. She kicked me out of the group chat twice.
And she tried to get with our neighbor.
Oof.
Remember that?
I think so.
Ew.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna lie, we can fucking go through stories all day. But we gotta fucking y'all wanna start from the beginning?
You
In
think
the
we
beginning
haven't already started?
of the
Oh no. I'm not talking beginning of the podcast. That's already been over and out. I'm talking about beginning of the fucking 2019.
The beginning, where it very first started, I remember looking on the website and seeing the whitest names imaginable and feeling, well, all right, this is it. You know, this
Paul
is
and
it.
Chase and Philip.
And so my biggest priority at the time, whenever I hit you guys up, was seeing
Yeah.
the extracurricular activities that you might or might not have participated in. So
I know all three of y'all thought I was a narc. I do know that for a fact.
you looked so narky.
we did not trust you
How
until
do I-
You looked like you looked like a guy that if he got in a fight at the time, it was at the time. You looked like if you got in a fight with somebody, you would tell them that they just assaulted a future U.S. Army soldier.
Jesus Christ. I remember the first week before class, we all
were like-
moved in.
we were just staring at you. We were like, how do we? What do we do with him?
Dude, the first time that we were all in the same room at the same time, I was at Adohi, which was two of my homies now that used to live there. I was at Adohi chilling with them. I get a text from Colin as I'm walking back from Adohi. Oh, what time are you coming home? What time are you coming back to the dorm? And I was like, I'm on my way back right now. He goes, okay, well, we need to talk to you. And I was like, who's we? What the fuck are you talking about?
Have a meeting.
We need to have a meeting. And I was like, about what? And he goes, just get here and we'll talk to you about it. And I was like, okay, just start without me. It'll be like 15 minutes before I get back. And he goes, oh, we need you here. And I was like, okay. When I get back,
This is when we didn't have Colin yet. We were like, he was still trustworthy for some reason.
yeah, so I walk in, I kid you not, Colin's sitting on his bed. Adam and Chase, you two are sitting on my bed. Y'all are sitting on my bed. I walk in, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Colin goes, how do you feel about having alcohol in the dorm? I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Then Adam goes, how do you feel about having weed in the dorm? I was like, I don't care about that either. As long as I'm not getting in trouble, then it's no big deal. Because y'all were aware that I didn't smoke or drink, so y'all were like, oh, if we smoke or drink, he's gonna rat, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give a fuck. As long as I wasn't getting in trouble, it's fine. And they were like, all three of y'all were like, alright, that was easy. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? And then I was like, oh, they think I'm a narc. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because no, if you said if you answered wrong to any of those questions, we were just gonna start beating your ass right there.
Yeah, you're gonna
No.
jump me.
we were gonna make you okay with this,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
We were gonna knock you unconscious, pour some alcohol down your throat, and then make you suck some fucking dabs out of a dab pen.
Oof.
That was the plan. We planned it out before you got there.
Bro, Adam, dude, I think I only hit your cart once. One time.
That didn't even count.
What do you mean it didn't?
That didn't count. If you didn't,
I have a
you didn't
I have a
cough.
video.
You didn't cough
I have
from
a-
it. You didn't cough. If you didn't cough,
What?
if you didn't cough, it's not real. You've never been high. You've never been
I've
high.
never been high.
You don't know what
That's
being
facts. I've never been high.
is.
I've never been high.
Chase, what's being high? Go.
Chase, how does it feel to be high?
When the switch flips in your brain, and then it's smooth sailing from there.
What the fuck does that mean, dude?
You
Elaborate.
won't know until you try. It's like when
I agree.
all of a sudden, just like conversation gets easier. Everything becomes 10 times more hilarious. And I don't know, even just like if you make eye contact with somebody else, just long enough eye contact can be hilarious. I don't know why that is.
How did we get
Are you,
here? How did we?
are you high right now? What the fuck am I listening to?
Hey, don't worry.
Adam.
Where were
I
we?
know Adam.
Let's go back to the beginning. Can we remember individually, each of us? Can we each remember the first time we smelled Colin's stench?
It was probably after whatever what's the first couple weeks of.
Because I remember it being gradual. I remember not being able to place it on anybody.
The frat life was stopped.
Once Rush started and he had to wear a suit every day, that's when it got bad.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. When Rush started, he had to wear a suit, and it's 95-degree Arkansas dry heat. No rain till October. Remember how hot those games were?
They weren't that bad. It's not like Texas heat.
It depended on.
Adam, you didn't go to a fucking game. You went to like 2. Shut the fuck
It
up.
was like one game, man.
Shut the fuck up.
That shit didn't even get hot though.
We would leave because we were getting our asses kicked, and we were like, man, it's too hot for this.
Yeah, I think we won a total of like 3 games that whole season.
And then afterwards, we like kind of got better a little bit. Or was that? We got better at basketball. We have a few.
Basketball was fun.
Basketball, we would have that one guy who would just crush everybody. He would have like 35 points.
Yeah, Mason Jones.
And now he's on the Lakers, I think now, or he was last time I checked.
Yeah, he's on the D-League Lakers team.
Ah.
He was playing in the Summer League. I do know that.
Well, hopefully, I don't know if I'll beat out Shaquille O'Neal Jr. But
dude sucks dick, bro. He's ass.
Well, but he had like heart surgery, so it's like, but that was a while ago. You can't really.
Yeah, he's fucking dick.
How long before you can't use a surgery as an excuse, I guess, is the question.
He's only getting a spot in the NBA because his last name is O'Neal. Which.
Yeah, he needs to gain like 200 pounds at least, and then he'll be. Right now, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but those football games were rough. It was hot. It was real hot.
And then
basketball was fun.
And then after like in October, it wasn't like it. There was no sun for like fucking about 3 months. It was like
yeah, it was just rain. Then it started snowing.
I knew a guy who split his forehead on the stairs.
What? Who split his forehead on the stairs?
We'll just call him Steve, because I don't know if just because. Actually, what was his name? He had a J name. So the J man, he.
Yeah.
I'll just like on like, I think it was somebody's story like Instagram where he had a big ass gash because when the stairs got icy, and that was the only reason why I think people were like told not to go to class or whatever that day. J-Man didn't get that memo.
J-Man's a fucking idiot. If I had to guess, he probably busted his ass on the library stairs because whoever made those staircases is fucking stupid. I've tripped on those staircases so many times. Even when it's dry, I just be falling on the staircase. I don't know why. Something's weird.
You just got to do better.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Whatever you were doing previously, you just got to do the right thing, and then that won't happen anymore.
Here goes Chase with the accents, bro. This is what we need.
This is what you need. You need some.
So
I
I understand that y'all's first impressions were of me was a fucking narc. Hold on, let me fucking open this shit. Ow. My first impression of y'all three, I already met Colin in person before we moved in. Because he was originally from Tyler. He was visiting and he pulled up to the mall close to my house. We went to the mall for some reason, I don't know. And then he went to my house. After that, his mom picked him up. Or his stepmom, I don't fucking know. So I already met him. But with you two, the only thing I had ever heard come out of Adam's mouth was in our group chat, and he said, "Any of y'all smoke weed?" And I was like, "What the fuck is this guy on?"
What do you think?
You
I
might
was
not
on?
even. It might not even been weed. You might have been said like, "Does any of y'all do drugs?" And I was like, "Jesus Christ." And the first impression of Chase was, "I'm gonna call you Dr. Phil," and I was like, "This guy's a fucking weirdo."
Dr. Phil. I still have you on Snap as Dr. Phil.
Oh God. Yeah, that was first thing that came out of your mouth, Chase, was, "I'm gonna call you Dr. Phil. Is that okay?" And I was like, "That's fine." Then Colin texts me individually. He's like, "This guy's a fucking weirdo." And then Adam says one thing and dips. He just goes, "Do any of y'all smoke weed?" And Colin was like, "Yeah, I've smoked weed before." Chase said some weird like, "Yeah, I dabble in it" or some shit. And I was like, "Nah." So I guess that was y'all's first impression of me not drinking or smoking, which is funny because I'm drunk right now. So get fucked.
Wow.
How many?
Huh?
I said how many have you had so far?
5. I'm on my 5th right now.
Ooh. I'm on second Bud Light Platinum.
My dad likes platinums.
Nice. I'm drinking some water.
But you're high. Fuck off.
Healthy. I'm doing both. So like we're seeing how we're sailing that boat right now.
Bro, I will say this though. I've told Adam this. I think. I'm pretty sure I have. But doesn't remember because he likes to listen to me and then just delete everything he's ever heard when he's high. He just like throws it out the window. He's a fucking idiot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I don't know if you know this, Chase, but Adam is a pathological liar. That's another thing that you might not have learned. But
I lived with him for a while. You think we lived in the same room and he would lie to me to my face and I would be like, okay, and then I would go on this long journey to like do whatever, and then he would be like, oh yeah, it's actually right here, and I'd be like, fuck you.
I think half of that was him pathologically lying, and then half of that was just to say "fuck you." I
Yeah.
think that was the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Go
Who's
fuck
to say?
yourself.
Who's to say? I
Quite.
don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, you don't have proof. Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, you don't have proof. Anyways, I have said this to Adam. Maybe Adam remembers, but I will say that the semester and a half of college of freshman year, if I were to die tomorrow, that semester and a half was peak Philip, bro. That was peak Philip.
That was those were some interesting times for sure.
That was like, not only did I have the most fun I've ever had, but me personally, that was like, I don't know, it was peak me, bro. It was peak me. I don't know if you noticed this or realized this, but when I was chilling in the dorm with y'all, I was like, Y'all might have been high as fuck or drunk, but I was at a natural high, like dead ass. I was having so much fucking fun.
Yes.
That's how it goes.
That was so much fun.
I brought the chaos.
The reason I say semester and a half was because 2019, if y'all don't remember, was COVID hit in
Oh,
the right before
2020.
spring break.
2020. It was 2020 in March 13th.
And we couldn't
It was like-
find toilet paper or water.
Yeah, it was like right before spring break. And once spring break hit, Arkansas was like, fuck it. Y'all don't come back to school. Y'all stay at home. Everything's on Zoom. Everything's online.
And I was like, I'm going back to Texas. And I went back. My dad
Flew back.
texted me and he goes, we got you a flight on Wednesday. And I was like, what? And then so yeah, I was at Myron's, my barber slash
Drug
possibly
dealer.
Just
He was-
just out here exposing people.
I don't know if he does that anymore, but he would just like pull it out and then I would be gone during, and he would be like, "Why you keep looking at me?" I would be like, "Dude, because I'm fucking out of my mind. I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at the shit in my mind right now. I'm not looking, but I just had to pick a spot to look."
Dude, without context and without explaining what he had in his hand, you sound like your barber whipped his dick out.
I don't think Myron luckily was not creepy, but he had like $25 good haircuts. He might have a better business now because he was new 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So Adam, did you ever see him? I think I told like you
Usually
said.
went to the same guy.
Yes.
I was going to, but I never actually did. Never saw that dude.
Yeah, you were too busy in bed being a fucking weed addict. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not denying it.
I will reiterate, bro. 2019 and 2020 until actually, if I map it out correctly, it was like the first semester was fucking berserk, some shit that I didn't have a worry in the fucking world, bro. I was fucking at the top of the mountain. I was having so much fucking fun. And I think the reason why is because I fucking hated high school, bro. And I fucking hated middle school and I fucking hated elementary school. For a multitude of different reasons. Like I was always good in school, like I always worked hard and shit. And that still applies. But I didn't have a fucking group that I wanted to hang out with fucking daily. I didn't have fun with the people that I went to school with. Except for like individual people. So once I went to Arkansas, I had a group where it was like me, you two fucks, Izzy, like the four of us. Just do crazy shit and do whatever the fuck we wanted, say whatever the fuck we wanted, laughed as much as we wanted, and the same with the neighbors like Nolan and Harley and Trey and Steven when he'd come out of his room, like all of us would just fucking go crazy, do some stupid ass shit.
Oh my God, Steven was
Fucking Halloween.
Steven was
Halloween was the epitome of us doing whatever the fuck we wanted.
48 degrees outside, and I wore a sleeveless hoodie with UFC.
With the UFC gloves, bro. That's when we went trick or treating to sorority houses.
It was
walked-
cold. It was fucking cold that night, bro.
We walked into sorority houses like we were kings when the frat dudes were outside. Like, how'd you do that? And we're
We
like,
literally walked in between frat
Bro.
guys sitting outside of Tridelt's house.
walked in.
into Tridelt. Someone opened the door for us. Got candy.
No,
Keep in mind,
Close-
I didn't have a bag. I had a fucking a ramen box to put candy in. Put candy in my ramen box. We both turned around, walked out of Tridelt, walked through about 50 frat guys. They all stared us down because we looked like fucking morons. Then we went on to the next one. That was fucking king shit, dude. That was fucking hilarious.
They were just mad because they weren't us, bro. They wish they
They
could
were
be us.
so bitter. They were so bitter, and it was so funny.
We
So
had,
funny.
you just got to trick or treat, and then they're just like, oh, we have some. Somehow they all had candy. I had parties.
Except for
Oh,
one, right?
God.
Except for one. Chase, do you remember this?
Go
You
look.
remember this?
They would go look for it. They'd be like, hold on a second, and they would be like gone for like 5 minutes, and they'd be like,
No.
you found.
Do you remember this? We went to a sorority. I don't know what sorority it was, but you know how all sororities have a stereotype?
Yeah, kind of.
So the stereotype of this specific sorority, I don't remember what it was, but the stereotype was all the fat girls were in this sorority.
Fucking. What were they? They because I dated one. No, I didn't date one. I talked to one for like a little while, but she was on the better end. But it was like is it the shit? Well, if I look something up, will it close this or no?
It should.
Nah, you can look it up.
Okay, let's see.
But while you're looking that up, supposedly this sorority was stereotype for the sorority was all the fat girls were in the sorority. When we go up to the sorority, we're outside making stuff for this function that they have, blah blah blah. We asked them for candy, and they're like, "No, we don't have candy.
They
We're
were
busy right. We're busy right now." And Chase goes, "Out of out of all the sororities, you guys are the one that don't have candy." And then we all turn around and we were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" You said some crazy shit that implied that they were fat, and it was so funny. Because the lady that was yelling at us was fat. She was fat. It was so funny.
She matched the. Let's see. They were the fucking
I don't know what sorority it was. But you fucking torched them.
DGs. The DGs. Sorry,
Yes. Okay. The
I'm sorry.
DGs.
Y'all are the top. Y'all. Even Colin was like, because I told him that I was talking to one of them, but she had such huge boobs that I was like, hey. But her roommate was always there, so I couldn't get to the. I didn't want to be a dick and like go to that level when her roommate was trying to sleep.
I remember you came home one night from her dorm.
Like,
I remember you. I was like, "So,
I
how'd
would,
it go?" And you were like, "It was kind of awkward because her roommate was trying to sleep, blah blah blah." But I did get to touch her tits, and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
oh yeah, we made out for a while, but I was like not gonna gonna just like at the time I was like I had yet to have lost the card, and I was like, I don't know if the right way to do it is to wake up her to get interrupted by her roommate who's like, I got an 8 a.m. God damn it.
Yeah.
But they had a condom jar, if that means anything. Like it could have occurred, but here's the one thing about her though
Jesus.
that she had. I will not. I don't remember her name, but she had the strongest Michigan accent, and that's the accent that my cousins have. And I was like, I didn't want to keep talking to a girl who had the same accent as my 12-year-old cousin who was a boy. Like that's how she sounded. So I was like, and it was the longest walk I think to or from our dorm at the time. So that was also it was not a good situation. But and then the end of that one, long story short, is that I remember the redhead that I brought over maybe once. I don't know if Phil was naked.
Dude. I was.
The redhead that I brought over to like grab a charger or like some shit or like
That was the
some.
most awkward. That was the most awkward shit ever.
He was a she. Yeah, but she went to the same. She was in the same dorm area as the GD, and then I was walking to the redhead's dorm, and I ran into the other girl, and I had kind of kept the other girl in the as Colin had told me, which I shouldn't have listened to the dumbass. I kept her in the back pocket, as he said. I was like,
This motherfucker.
and then I think that's the reason why I kind of lost both of them as an option, unfortunately.
Dude, when you said that you brought her over once, and I was like naked. I remember that day, and this is how it happened. I had the whole dorm to myself. I had just gotten out of the shower. I was blasting J. Cole on the speaker. I've been the fuck out, right? I was singing No Role Models like I was in front of 100K people. Just
Remember this?
fucking chilling.
It was you were
I was
vibing.
sitting there. I was sitting there in front of the mirror. I had my towel on, only my towel, and I was brushing my teeth or something. I don't know what I was doing. I was sitting in front of the mirror. I was singing No Role Models. You come in and you go, "We have company," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So you come in, you say, "We have company," and I look over, and the girl that you brought over was singing with me, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" She's like, I love this song, I love this song," and I was like, "No, no, you're killing my vibe." So I go in my room, and I come out, and I still have my towel on, and she's like talking to me about something, and then she's talking about my protein powder was like I made a mess of protein powder all over your desk. And she was like, "Chase, what is this?" Now he was like, "Oh, that's Phil's protein powder." And I was like, "Nah, that's the Coke that Chase spilled all over his desk." She was like, "Chase, you snort Coke?" And I was like, "No,
I'm-
you stupid bitch! Like, you don't. He doesn't snort Coke." And then I go back in my room, and y'all are about to leave. And I can hear her over the speaker. Oh, "Hey, do you want me to say bye to your friend?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm literally butt ass naked in my room changing right now.
I'll,
Get the fuck out of my dorm.
I'll
Get
be
the
fine.
fuck out of my dorm." Chase was like, "No, no, no, he's changing in there. We can just leave." And she was like, "Okay." And then she goes, "I Chase's roommate." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Jeez, that the little red head girl that was she
That
was
shit.
Beta, I think.
That shit crazy, bro.
Hey,
Hey, that's what Tinder does to a man, you know?
oh no, I don't know. I don't know how I got her. I might have gotten her. Oh yeah, it was from Tinder because I got it.
It had to be Tinder. It had to be Tinder.
I got Tinder as a joke, as you do, as everybody ends up getting Tinder at first, and then they start using it. Actually, unfortunately, but over Thanksgiving, in between that time of like the break, my friends were like, "Get Tinder as a joke. It's fun to like possibly talk to girls," and I was like, "Fuck it." I think that was how I had ended up. But she knew like some of my high school, like some of the girls I knew from high school. So I was like, sure. And then I like went to like their events, like somewhat when I didn't have class. But that was very short term. But yeah, that was
That was interesting.
wasn't it the other girl also I brought over. You you had just gotten out of the shower somehow. Like it was in between.
Yeah, it was always a bad time to bring
Like,
someone over when I was there.
before we went to like bowl or some shit. And then it's like, here's Phil, and Phil's got a towel on, and I'm like, oh, here's Phil and his nipples. This is
Yeah.
this is girl. That
Well, to be honest, like I never had a shirt on to begin with, so nipples out wasn't weird. It was just the fact that I had a towel on and nothing else. I was always half naked. Let's be honest. I was always half naked.
At some
Or
point, yeah.
I was always half naked. It didn't matter who was in the dorm. I didn't give a fuck. It didn't matter if I was going down to the lobby to pick up a package. I was half naked. It doesn't even matter. Every time the Aria would come by, she'd be like, "Philip, why don't you have a shirt on?" And I was like, "Oh, so there's a dress code now? Is there a dress code? Give me the fucking dress code then." God damn. That guy not have his nipples out every once in a while? Fuck.
Damn, I kind of miss freshman year, bro. You know,
Dude, I'm telling you, bro,
in a
that
way.
was fucking crazy. The fact that I think it was crazy and I was actually going to class, you fucking stupid bitches. You don't even fucking go to class. What the fuck am I listening to? What the fuck was that?
Uh,
Well, this has
I
been
remember,
fun, guys.
dude.
It's been amazing. We need to make this like a common thing.
yes.
Ooh, I have an idea. Major events, major world events. We'll bring
Yeah.
Chase on.
Okay.
Are we,
Wait, what?
is that what we're talking about right now, or what are we?
If we're ever gonna address a major world event in an episode, we'll bring Chase on as a
Hey,
guest
Major.
speaker.
Ukraine is very small country. I don't know why it takes so long to compete. Ukraine is
Yep.
very embarrassing for the country.
Chase is gonna be our very own geopolitical analyst.
Here, let's practice. Chase, how do you feel about abortion? Go.
Well, I just think that like if it needs to be happening, then we should just probably not have it happen because everybody that um we just need to listen to the Bible. That's what I think is what we should do.
What's your opinion on gun
Oh
laws?
no, dude.
That's what I think we should do. But that's just Cletus thinking his mind.
What's your opinion on gun laws?
Well, I think we need to have them at mass quantity. If if the law enforcement peoples don't fulfill their job and titles, then we can just end up if my daughter's ex-boyfriend comes over and I don't want him there, I think I my own ideas. That's what I think. Okay.
So if you're,
I think we have our geopolitical analyst.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay. Who knows?
Oh, bro, back to what Chase was saying about Tinder, bro. People keep telling me to get on Tinder. What the fuck's up with that?
I don't know if it's like it's rare that you get a relationship out of it like what I got, but
Yeah, because your first, or not your first girlfriend, but your first girlfriend out of college,
yeah.
found on Tinder.
Yes. The first girl that I dated out of college. Yes.
That was pretty long, right?
That was 2 years.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And you found a new girl since then, right?
I've dabbled in the workplace, as you could say, but it hasn't been anything. There's nothing long term has happened, but there was.
Yeah, but you found a long-term girlfriend out of Tinder.
Yes, I did, but that's rare. But hey, if you believe, you can achieve. But you got to just use the corniest fucking my. I've not gone back to Tinder because I believe I can go to bars and shit now, so that's easier.
So when you say you dabbled, was that in Tinder or at bars?
It dabbled in the workplace.
Oh, so at Topgolf.
I've talked to girls that I've worked with,
Yeah.
but
That's
there's some are seasonal though, so it's like they're going back to college. Then it's like, oof.
yeah.
There's a timeline, or there's a window, not a timeline.
I dabbled in the workplace when I was in high school, but other than that,
It makes it weird when you stop dabbling with them because after and then you just see them at work, and I personally don't really like talk to people after I have stopped dating them. So she would just give me death stares, and then I would, being me, just who can just stare at her in the face and not give a fuck, would just I'd smile at her just like, hey, how you doing? And she would just look at me and look away and kind of glare, and I would kind of laugh a little bit, but hey, that's how you win the game.
that's got to be terrifying. I can't imagine. getting stared at by you for more than a minute long.
No,
Having you stare into my soul.
I
Fuck
won't,
that.
I won't stare them down. Like she would look at me, and then I would kind of just like look over and be like, and it would just be like, well, I'm not really being affected by this, but she was way more for some reason. I don't know.
She's a girl. She's a girl.
Yeah, they're just more sensitive.
It's some woman shit, bro. Just woman shit.
It's just how it
There's
be.
been there's a, there's always been fucking people telling me to go on Tinder. I don't know what it is about people wanting me to get a girlfriend, but people find an obsession with trying to get me to be in a relationship.
Well, how has the last thing that we conversed of when we visited you been going?
Uh,
I won't go into
good job. Good job, Chase.
I won't go into specifics necessarily, but if you would like to, then. But
No, that's just
how's that been doing?
I'll tell you from
that's
my perspective, it couldn't be going better.
Swell. It's been going swell.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's gonna take that the complete opposite way that you're taking it. Let's just say this. I am single as ever right now.
Okay.
Period. But
Yeah.
good job. Good job on you. Good job not name dropping. Good job for you, bro.
Yes, I can just jump around the idea, but still kind of like what I did earlier, where I haven't named certain people that.
Just Colin.
Just
Colin.
really.
Get on Colin all you want. I don't even. Colin's in a European prison probably or whatever.
Fucking Colin's in the gulag right now. Sitting right
I think
there
he's
with
back.
fucking Brittany
I think
Griner.
he's back in Arkansas. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's back in Arkansas. So if I have a class with him, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't know what he's doing though.
Who are you rooming with right now?
Three randoms. I moved to when you visited on my birthday, that apartment where my homies are living right now. I'm living at that apartment, not that specific one, but in that complex. I'm living with three randoms.
You know, when we were drunk and we went up to the fucking roof.
Yeah. So that apartment, I'm living at that apartment complex. Not with the people we were with. I'm not living with them, but I'm living three stories down from them with three randoms.
Good luck. I don't. We'll see if you get as much randomness and chaos as we gave you in that short span. I don't think that's possible.
Probably not.
I don't think it's possible, but I mean,
I think
I purposely,
a strange.
I purposely picked to be with three randoms, just so that there's more of an opportunity for me to find someone to just chill with. Because this last year, I basically didn't have a roommate, and then the year before that, I was with Izzy, but he kind of dipped like for a semester. So I've been kind of living alone the past 2 years. Like a year and a half. I give it a year and a half because Izzy was there a little bit over half the time that we lived together. But dude, that year and a half of living alone is something that I wouldn't wish on anybody.
Oof.
Yeah, it's been a tough go. Now that I'm living in that apartment complex, I think it'll be good. It'll be a step up regardless, just because I'm closer to my homies that live at that apartment, and I'm with three other dudes. So, hopefully, there's something.
That should be good. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go up from here, bro. I'm at rock bottom as of right now. So That's another thing that I was gonna say, bro. Like 2019 into like March of 2020, high on the hog, bro. Then once, or I'd say that's a lie. From the first semester up to Chris's break was like peak everything, bro. Peak everything. Then from just like Chris's break, I had a little rough patch. And from Chris's break into when COVID started, it was a little bit hard. But the fact that I was still living in the dorm with you guys and it was all fine, everything was chill. Then once COVID hit, bro, fucking like trash, bro. Like depression started to creep in from December on to COVID. But once COVID started, depression was like 100 miles per hour. It was fucking crazy.
Damn.
And then since then, I've been trying to calm down, but I mean, it's still kind of there. I'm hoping that this next semester is something like there's more pros and cons, because right now the cons are kind of outweighing the pros, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and thoughts don't help.
Yeah, fuck thoughts, bro. Thoughts do not help at all.
This has been the 3rd episode.
Wow.
It has.
Chase,
Dude, what the fuck?
Chase, what do you think of the 3rd episode?
It was pretty good. I wish I got more drunk. That would have been.
Any last minute things to say before we sign off?
Hey. Well, as they always say, it ain't necrophilia if she's alive in your heart.
Bam!
Wow.
Bam! Bam!
Oh my god.
What a killer outro, bro. Chase.
Are we gonna
Holy
put that?
fuck.
Are we gonna? Okay.
Are we
alright.
gonna put that? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
It's iconic.
And we never said Chase's last name, so they have no idea who this guy is.
I'm Chase, the man.